Okay, so let's talk about scholars mate. What is it? How you can give this scholars mate to your opponent, and how can you defend from it, which of course is very important. Okay, now first of all, let me show you quickly what is scholars mate, because some people still don't know about it, especially people who just start learning chess. The scholars mate is when white develop bishop and queen attacking f7 square. So usually it goes like queen h5, for example, and black, for example, play knight c6, then develop the bishop to c4, attacking this pawn. And now the typical blunder of all beginners would do to play knight f6, attacking the pawn, attacking the queen, and this is a scholar's checkmate. So the basic principle is to attack pawn f7 two times, usually with bishop and queen, and deliver this checkmate very fast. Okay. So first of all, why does this scholar mate work only on f7 square? The answer is very easy. Because you have the king here, and you have three pawns in front of the king. And let's talk about all these pawns. Okay. First of all, pawn on d7. It's defended 4 times. Knight, bishop, queen, king. 4 times. Okay. Second, pawn on e7. It's defended again 4 times. Knight, bishop, king, queen. And now let's go to f7. It's defended only 1 time by the king. So that's easy to understand why all these checkmating ideas very fast is connected to this f7 square. Okay. Okay, so now let's talk quickly from white perspective. So white start usually from queen h5, and the typical blunder from beginners would be g6, attacking the queen, and it's a very bad move because white is taking the pawn, given this check, and they will take the rook on next move. Okay, so that's how usually you play when you're trying to checkmate fast the opponent's king. So you develop your queen on h5, attacking this pawn. Usually black defends it, and you play bishop c4, and you're trying to checkmate black on next move. Okay, so it's very easy to understand. So now let's go for black pieces, and let's try to understand how can we defend from this position, and how should we punish our opponent for this attempt of early checkmate. Okay, first of all, what if white start with bishop c4? e4, e5, and bishop c4. You play knight f6, you're taking the pawn, and you don't allow any more queen h5. So it's easy. And there is no more queen h5, and knight f6 is considered to be the best move against bishop c4, and you'll just play a chess game after this. Okay, if white start with queen h5, you have 2 options. You can, if you are too brave, you can even sacrifice this pawn with knight f6, then play bishop b7, you try to castle long, bring the rook to e file, and get some compensation for the pawn, which in my opinion is not too much, but you still can play. And the best move is knight c6. You develop the piece and you defend the pawn. And after bishop c4, now you should be very careful. You don't need to allow your opponent to checkmate you. So don't play knight f6, you need to play g6. Okay, so usually white play queen f3, and again you should be very careful. because they're still trying to checkmate you on the same f7 square. And now there are two options. The main move is knight f6, develop the piece, blocking f7 square, and usually black will fianchetto the bishop and castle short. This variation is fine and objectively is about equal. But I think you can try to just punish white, because they play too many moves with the queen. They did not develop any pieces. And the move I like here is f5, which on first sight looks very stupid, because it looks like white can just take, and we just broke our pawn structure, and why should we play f5? Okay, but it's not so simple. So when white take, you play knight d4. You are taking the queen, at the same time attacking c2 square. And if knight will land on c2, it would be a fork. So white should defend from this threat, so they can go to d3 or c3. And d3 is a bad move, because you play d5, and after bishop b3, you take on f5 with tempo. So you'll have all the same variations, but with the tempo up. So white should go queen c3, and again you play d5 with the tempo, attacking the bishop. You're opening the bishop, and after bishop b3 you can take this pawn, but I like this a5 move. So you're trying to trap the bishop. So white don't have time to grab another pawn, because you just play a4 and this bishop is trapped. So even if they take g8, you take it back, and you will take this bishop next move no matter what. So after a5, white should stop the pawn to playing a4, so usually they play a4 by themselves. And again, you can grab this pawn, but I suggest you to keep developing. Knight f6. Okay, so what if white take? And now you play knight e4. And I really like both of these knights. In the center of the board, you are taking the queen, and queen again needs to go somewhere. And it can go to d3 or e3, because there are no any more squares she can go. If it goes to e3, you take hg, and now what can white do? They need to develop, right? But how to develop? If they develop knight f3, you play bishop c5. And you already threatened this discover attack, winning the chess queen. And if they take, you can just take back and win f2 pawn. Okay, so and if the queen f3 hg, what else can white play? If they play d3, trying to attack the knight on e4, you take the bishop with the tempo, attacking the rook, so they have to take back. And again, you play bishop c5, and you will take this pawn on next move, probably with the knight, because you will win the rook at the end. So queen e3 is bad, because this move will just kills white. And if not queen e3, they can play only queen d3. And now there are a few forcing moves. First of all, you play queen h4. You are trying to checkmate white. Now it's black who wants to deliver scholar's checkmate. So they attack f2 squares 2 times. So only move g3. Now you play queen f6. Again attacking this pawn, again trying to checkmate white. And if they play f3, trying to defend, you play knight c5, attacking the queen. And queen should stay and defend c2 pawn always, because if it goes out from c2 pawn, you take with c knight and give this fork, winning the rook. So again, the only move is queen c3, trying to defend this pawn. And now you play bishop f5. The threat is to take this bishop and then take on c2, because now is your bishop is also attacking this pawn. And white have two options to defend from this threat. They can defend with d3, but now you take with c knight. I'm sorry. Now you take with c knight, and after cb, bishop b4, and the queen is trapped. You pin the queen, and you will win the queen again. And the second option to defend c2 is with knight a3, defending c2 pawn. And now the difference, now you take with d knight, and after cb you give this check. King cannot go to d1 because you have this fork. So king can go only to f1 or e2. And on both of this move, for example, queen f1, king f1, you play queen b6. Or king e2, you also play queen b6. And you will invade on black squares, and white is losing already. So this is how you should actively defend from scholar's mate attempt, and you really can punish white for this. Okay, I hope you liked this mini lecture about scholar's mate. Please like, subscribe, and text if you have any questions.